Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to give you your April 2016 general reading. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling for the month, advice and a crowning card as it were. Thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. Your feedback and your comments are always appreciated, and I do love reading them, both the ones that you put on my channel directly and the ones you send via email. Thank you, and keep those coming. And a special thank you to those of you who reach out to receive a one-on-one personal reading with me. It is always an honor and always a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to do that. And for those of you who are interested in receiving a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage for a little more information and my contact address, and you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent at working with you and your schedule to get you a reading as quickly as possible. My current turnaround time is between 1 and 4 days. So let's get right into this. This reading is for Libra for April 2016. Libra, April 2016. What does the month of April hold for our Librans? Libra, April 2016. Libra, April 2016. Okay, we begin the month with the Ace of Wands, followed by the Moon card, the Queen of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands, the Justice card, followed by the Star card, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, paired with the Six of Wands. And the card which represents your general overall theme and feeling and advice for the month, your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, is the Six of Swords. So let's take a look, Libra. I'm seeing a similarity of sorts to the reading I did for Gemini, also an air sign. Energy is about wanting to move on something, but needing to be careful in how you do it. So let's begin. We start the month, Libra, with the Ace of Wands, paired with the Moon card. Now, I feel like you come into April 2016, Libra, or perhaps ending March 2016 as well, wanting to have a new beginning on something, wanting to take action in creating a new beginning for something, getting something started, or getting something currently existed to move in a different direction or have some new movement with it. I'm feeling kind of a sense of impatience, something, again, that you're trying to start or something that's already established that I feel has something to do perhaps with career or job, and you're feeling a sense of impatience, either wanting something to begin or wanting it to gain greater momentum and greater speed. And this requires taking action. I feel like you're actually coming into the month wanting to do something to push something ahead because you feel a lack of purpose or direction, or like you don't have all the information. The actual feeling I'm getting, it's a little bit of a confusing combination, and I think it's going to play out differently. For Gemini, it was more, I think, around money, finances, and the investment or expenditure of that. For you, I think, at least for the majority of you, it's more about career and job itself, although for some of you, this could represent as where you're putting your money. But I feel like the reason you're coming into April feeling like you just want to take action and push through something is it feels like you're in a place represented by this Moon card. Now, this Moon card can also speak of going inside, going within, and seeking out your own intuition about something. It can also speak of things being hidden, things being veiled, not having all the information you need with which to make a decision. And I'm feeling like with this combination of cards, Libra, it feels like you're coming into April feeling like you're kind of in an in-between place, that it feels like you don't know everything you need to know about something, and you're wanting to take action, you're wanting to push it forward, to propel it forward, because you just feel kind of like you're stuck, you're hanging, something is bailed, you don't have all the information or everything that you need, and you want to just really push right through that. And for a lot of you, although not for all of you, but I think for a lot of you, this is something to do with your career, your job somehow, or an inspirational entrepreneurial project. But I feel like for a lot of you, it has something to do with how you make your money. But I feel like you need to be very smart about how you go into this. And I feel like the reason you're having those the energies, experiencing the energies of the moon card is that you've experienced a delay or a block or an obstacle in some way. Around the second week of April, of course, the cards don't have dates attached to them, so on or around this time, it feels like there's been either in the present or in the recent past, you've hit an obstacle or a roadblock or a delay of some kind. We have the Queen of Swords paired with the Nine of Wands for the second week. Now, the Nine of Wands, Wands being that suit that's all about change, movement, action, power, and it's represented by the element of fire, fire and air. It's all about movement. The Nine of Wands represents having run into an unexpected obstacle or an unexpected snag or delay and being kind of having a temporary setback. This card points to being kind of confused about it, taking a step back and really looking and assessing the situation, looking at the roadblock, the obstacle, why you ran into it, what the delay is about, what the obstacle is about. Did you do something? Could you do something different? And kind of re-strategizing before you go back in and tackle it, perhaps with a different perspective or from a different angle. This is a card about a temporary withdrawal, but not a retreat. It just speaks to being at a place where you need to take a step back and take a look at the obstacle, the delay, the challenge, whatever the bug in the works has been, and taking a good hard look at it and figuring out how to get around it and then going back in and tackling it from a different angle or with a different mindset or perspective. Because that Nine of Wands is accompanied by the Queen of Swords, and this is exactly what the energy of the Queen of Swords would ask you to manifest. The Queen of Swords would represent, and this could also represent you and how you need to proceed in dealing with this unexpected delay or roadblock or obstacle, Libra. You are an air sign as well, and so is the Queen of Swords. She is a truth seeker. This could represent a she or a he. But the energies of the Queen of Swords is all about being impartial. This is a very strong piece of advice to, however this resonates for you, to do not let your emotions. This sounds so very much like the reading I just did for Gemini. Do not let your emotions get in the way of making a decision that needs to be based on facts, information, and logic. The energy of the Queen of Swords is what it's going to take to work your way through this roadblock or obstacle or delay. You need to make sure to gather all the information you need, have all the information and facts, and make a decision and take action if you feel action needs to be taken, but based only on the information, the logic of it. Make sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and you have everything that you need to work your way through this. And it also strongly suggests that when you're looking at whatever this delay or roadblock or obstacle has been, Libra, to be very thoughtful about it, to be very logical and clear thinking about it, and again, be impartial, be emotionally impartial. Don't let emotions get in the way of making the right decision, because it looks like the outcome of this is going to depend entirely on how you proceed during it. We're at around the middle of April or the third week of April. We have the Justice card paired with the Star card. So the Justice card speaks to, this is the card of sowing what you reap. This is a card that says that whatever the outcome, the final deciding factor of this is going to depend entirely upon your actions and your decisions and how you walk through this. So it's also a strong piece of advice to, however you behave or any decisions you make or actions you take, you need to make sure you're coming from a place of honor and integrity and maintain that, of being authentic to yourself and of being honest, because this is the card that says whatever motivations you go into this with is going to play out on the outcome of this. What you reap is what you sow. What you put into this is exactly what you're going to get out of it. But it's beautifully paired with another major arcana card of the Star, which is a card of hope and faith, restoration, peace, and healing. So it feels like whatever this thing is, and again, I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to resonate as career or job somehow. You may be in some kind of conflict at job or career. For some of you, you may be involved in some kind of legal matter. The overall feeling that I'm getting is that you need to be very logical about how you walk through this and not let emotions kind of get the better of you, and to just kind of let that, it almost feels like you should just let it lie and trust that the outcome is in the hands of the divine. The star card also has a very strong thread of divinity in it. It speaks about having faith that everything is going to work out the way that it's supposed to. There's a very strong feeling of divine timing in this, and as long as you as long as you behave as you know to be right and good and authentic to who you are and true to honesty and integrity, have faith that everything's going to work out the way that it's designed to. There's a sense of divine timing to this. The wheel is on the upswing for you. Everything's going to work out just fine. And the star card asks you to have hope and faith in the promise of that. And also, I'm just getting kind of a feeling of, it feels like you're entering April wanting to, like, you don't have everything you need. You want to push right through something. You want to take action, but the cards are actually pointing to you taking a step back, to not actually taking any immediate action. And the feeling that I'm getting is just kind of letting things go and behaving as honorably and with as much integrity through the process that you can, and to have faith that this is a matter of divine timing and it's all going to work out in your favor and as it's supposed to be, as long as you just kind of maintain this even flow. Now, at or towards the end of the month, this is also underscored by the final grouping of cards. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, paired with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is the victory card of the tarot deck. It represents a man riding back into town. And I say back because he's come from somewhere. He's come from achieving some kind of success. He went off to accomplish a mission, a quest, struggle with something, had a challenge to face. He's triumphed. He's been victorious. Otherwise, why would they be cheering him? He's riding back into town. They knew he went off to go do this thing. He's riding back into town and he's been triumphant. He's been victorious. And the crowds are cheering and giving him praise and accolades. This is about being victorious and winning out at the end of the day over all of this, Libra. But I believe it's entirely dependent on how you comport yourself, how you conduct yourself, how you walk and maintain yourself, honor, trust, integrity, and a sense of evenness too. I know you want to take action, but the cards are indicating to just stay back, try not to let your emotions get the better of you, be even keeled, deal only with the facts and logic of the situation, and let the rest of it go. And try not to hold on so tightly to it, because I feel like that's what's going to win you victory in the end, especially with the outcome of this. That victory card is paired with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. In the upright position, Pentacles is the suit that's represented by the element of earth. So it's all about things in our earthly, tangible environment. So again, for a lot of you, this is going to play out as money, finances, resources, job, career, entrepreneurial project, that sort of thing. In the upright position, the Four of Pentacles speaks of kind of being closed off, being limited, holding on so tightly that you're seen as either a miser or seen as clinging too tightly to something, which ultimately will end up limiting you. So you got this in the reverse position, connected to the victory card at the end of the month and kind of winning through and having this outcome turn out well for you. And again, I feel like it just echoes the message, Libra, that your best way through this is to not hold on so tightly, to not be seen as holding on so tightly, because it could end up limiting you in terms of what this outcome brings. And actually letting go and letting things ride out, trusting in that sense of divine timing and staying as even tempered and as logically based as possible is what's going to win out victory at the end of the day. And you're going to sail through this. And there is, again, with that star card, a strong element of peace and healing and restoration at the end of this. And that is further underscored by your crowning card, the card that represents the general theme and feeling and advice over the month, which is the Six of Swords. Again, that's that suit about words and ideas. The Six of Swords, it's more of a quiet, somber card, but it's positive. It speaks of sailing from troubled, turbulent waters into more smooth, serene, and peaceful waters. I've seen in other tarot decks the water behind this boat be very choppy and wavy, and the water in front of the boat be very placid and serene and smooth. So again, I think it's just about letting things go, taking stock, as that Queen of Swords and Nine of Wands indicates, taking stock of whatever it is that you feel is stuck or stagnant, or that you really want to move on, taking a look at it based only on fact and logic, letting the rest of it go by. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Act with honor and integrity. Don't hold on. There's a certain amount of this I think that you need to let go of, particularly the emotions around this, and that's what's going to win you victory and get you coming out of that place and into a place of restoration and peace of healing, of sailing away from whatever this turbulence and chaos has been into more serene and peaceful waters and a place in your life. And again, for some of you, this is going to resonate as job and career, others directly related to finances. Some of you, I feel like it's going to be a legal situation, but it looks like the outcome is based on you're being very impartial, letting go of the emotions, letting go of just letting it sail by and trust that this is a matter of divine timing. It's going to work out the way that it's supposed to, and it looks like it's positive for you. Don't hang on too tight because it's going to end up limiting your chance of victory. So what an interesting reading. Again, fairly similar to Gemini. So, wonder what's kind of going on with the air signs this month. I'm not getting a lot of, if any, love and relationship for air signs this month. It seems to be so far mostly focused just on job, career, money, finances, legal matters. So you can take that for what it's worth. So Libra, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's brought you, I hope it's resonated for you and brought you a sense of insight and clarity. Forewarned is forearmed, so you know how to walk through the month and how to walk through the situation, however it resonates for you. For those of you, again, who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the About sign for more information and email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. And I will see you again in a couple of weeks for the mid-month general readings. And until then, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, Libra, and I'll see you soon.